get down, down to the beat, y'all. We get down to the beat, y'all. It's like we're not going anywhere. Maybe it's...
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's the Food Dude. Thanks for joining me today. I know it's been a while. So today I will be making Jamaican oxtail. So I'll be making that for y'all today. Keep coming back. Thanks to my subscribers. Thanks for joining my channel. And as always, have a beautiful day. Thank you. Let's go.
Where do we go when everything feels like it just stays the same? Where do we go from here when everything is said and done?
So guys, as you know, we're gonna start off by washing our meat. We're gonna start off by washing our oxtails. Because you know, some people don't wash their meat. That's fine. If y'all wanna be like that, if y'all wanna not wash your meat, that's good.
So no guys, we're just gonna go ahead and start by washing our meat. We got our oxtail in this pan, and we're just gonna run the water over it. We can add vinegar as well, or lime or lemon as well, and that will help in terms with washing the meat. That little fatty section right there is what we want to get off the excess. Not everything, but just enough, because we want to keep our moisture in the meat, and the fat will help to do that. So we just going to cut off just a little bit, not a lot, but we want to keep some of that fat on there as well. And this is our arsenal for today. We'll be using all-purpose jerk seasoning, oxtail seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, black pepper, salt, and of course, all-purpose berries. So we're going to start by adding our salt. Guys, I'm just using approximations today. I'm not using any type of measurement system. I'm just kind of freestyling. I'm going by taste, by just my God-given talent here.
And guess what, guys? Special shout out to my 2 beautiful daughters for blessing me with this apron. Yeah, my birthday just passed, and they said, Dad, I'm gonna get you something for your channel. And they got me an apron. And look, I wear it with pride. Oh, before I forget, and as well, they got me a knife. Actually, they got me 2 knives. 2 knives. This is one. Beautiful. Love you, girls. And they got me a cutting board as well, which I'll be using today. Nice. It's made from bamboo. Haha.
Now it's time for me to get the marination in. I'm gonna season all of these by using my hands to rub this seasoning into my oxtails. And so here I go. Guys, you can do this with gloves or without gloves. I'm just doing it without. For me, it works best for me. These are some Mexican, well, they call them Mexican scallions. You know, they tend to have the big bulb looking end on that white section, tend to be more rounded than the regular scallions. I have no idea why they call it that, but that's what it goes by. So these will just be diced and just put on top of our oxtails. So these are our seasoning, or green seasoning that I'm doing now. I already did the powder seasoning, so now I'm just doing the green seasoning, which will be consist of scallion, bell peppers, of course, onions, and I will be adding ginger as well, and pimento berries, and garlic, of course. Yes.
I got this apparatus, this cooking apparatus that we call a pressure cooker.
So guys, this pressure cooker pretty much work under a lot of quote unquote pressure, where steam is, or heat is trapped in that whole container. You have a little release valve on top where when the heat becomes too much inside the pot, it is released through this little valve, and it will make a whistling sound as you do. To open this pressure cooker though, you have to be extremely careful, because just like a radiator, it will blow up in your face or all over you. So you have to be careful with this one. I wouldn't recommend, if you're never used it before, to try it too, because it can be pretty dangerous. So guys, what you just saw me did right there with the bacon is I'm using the bacon fat to cook my oxtail in. I'm not using pork bacon, I'm using turkey bacon. You can use pork bacon if that's what that's what you choose, but for me, I'll use turkey bacon. I use that to get a bit of flavor from that smoky flavor from that bacon. As well, I use the bacon. I add the bacon back to the oxtail when I get it all crispy, and I'll just add back in, just throw it back in. You know, if you like, that one you could try as well. So guys, instead of adding water to this, I will add chicken broth or beef stock. I didn't have beef stock or beef broth on hand at the time, so I just used what I had, and that was chicken broth. It's equally just as good, but to get the most flavor out of that oxtail, I would recommend you use a beef broth or a beef stock, and that will send you up another notch as well. So now guys, we're gonna make our rum reduction plantains. These are different. I don't think I haven't seen anybody done these yet. I got this idea from my sister. I appreciate it, big sis. Thanks for this one. When she told me about it, it sounded very unique. And I was like, let me try at it and see how can I do my own little twist and spin to it. So here we go. I'm making a rum reduction plantain. I'll be using brown sugar, butter, cinnamon, and rum. I will be using Jamaican rum though. Ray and Nephew Jamaican rum. I find that to be a little bit more better in flavor, and as well, it's not so, the flavor is not so overpowering, but it just comes through right enough to still not overpower that plantain and take away from it. So that's what I'll be using today. So we're gonna pop these plantains in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes, and voila, this is how they came out. Lovely. I also drizzle some syrup on the end of it, some of that leftover reduction I put over the top, just enough so everything wouldn't be all gone. And you check out that nice glaze on top. Here we have our oxtail, garnished with a hot habanero pepper. Don't worry guys, the pepper is only for garnishing. It's not for eating, it's just for garnishing. And I also added some purple cabbage slaw. You can have this dish with rice and beans. You can have it with pasta. You can even have it just as it is. This was a very, very good one. It's an all-time classic, and I must say, it turned out pretty good. So let's go into the tasting and see what we got.
We get down to the beat, y'all. We get down to the beat, y'all. We get down to the beat, y'all. It's like we're not going anywhere. Maybe
taste this right quick. Let's see what we got. You know, I had a little bit of molasses in there as well. I taste that coming through as well. All that seasoning, that fresh, the garlic, and, you know, and all of that. Out of powdered season, you know, everything just blended and mixed, and it's perfect. It tastes so good. Reduction plantains, where I use brown sugar, a little bit of butter, some cinnamon, and some rum. And I reduce it in a saucepan and throw it all over the plantains, then put it in the oven. I pretty much set the oven on 350 and let it sit for about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. And this how. So those ingredients, like 3 to 4 simple ingredients, and you can make something just different out of this world. Try that one. Pretty easy, you know. So thanks for joining me again, and I see y'all next week. Peace.